This is big time!
Who is Randy? Don't bring anyone's mother into this.
Your mama in the fucking stands!
Welcome to your mom's house with Tom Segura, and
Christina Pashitsky.
welcome to your mom's house.
Oh boy, we're here. How are you, folks? Welcome to another episode of Behind the Jeans. Oh my goodness, behindthejeansshow@gmail.com is where you can get in touch with us, or you can just get your little ass into the stink portal, my friends. Become a YMH Studios YouTube member, and you're going to be in the stink portal. That's all you got to do. If you don't want to become a member, you can just sit here and watch and enjoy the stink portal in your own way. But maybe, just maybe, if you're lucky enough, one of the fine folks who are in the chat, who are members, will gift you a membership. Just make sure you have that little tab open, accept gifted memberships, and boom, you might find yourself in the stink portal due to the kindness of somebody already there. One of our regulars, if you will. TheJoshPotter.com is where you can go check out where you can see me live. I've got tickets on sale for August. What? August? Janesville, Wisconsin, coming then. Also coming very soon, just about to be announced, Chicago, Illinois, going to be coming July 13th to the Lincoln Lodge. That not on sale yet, but I just want to put it in your pipe so you can smoke it, my friends. Store.ymhstudios.com. The worker garb is up there right now, and we might need to really sell some of that to help our boy out. We'll get into that. I mean, Behind the Jeans is becoming, instead of BTJ, it's like BTTJ. Behind the Tony Johns. I mean, the saga. It just keeps going, and it keeps twisting, and it keeps turning when it comes to Tony Johns. And we have some revelations, perhaps, that we'll get to in just a moment. We have some fun folk from the Stink Portal. This is another thing. Some high-level members of the Stink Portal going to be joining us on the program today. Cory Sanchez and fucking Bobby, to not only discuss the recent happenings. I know fucking Bobby he's pretty tight with Tony Johns. I would say maybe the tightest of the folk in the Stink Portal outside of Cougar. So we'll hear about that. Plus, we'll hear about their favorite Your Mom's House moments and relive them with them. And perhaps we'll do that with you someday. Get into the Stink Portal so we can get to know ya, pal. Oh, boy, put those jeans on high and tight. We already have new members. Asher Smith is here. Welcome. And look at that. JT Lee already being so kind as to gift a membership to one of the poors out there. Thank you so much, my friend. And welcome to the new members. Excellent. All right. And we got Burlington Coat Factory here, who's already making a name for themselves. Any jailhouse lawyers up in here? Well, I mean, certainly we'll get into all of it. And I'll discuss my... Oh, look at this. Fucking Bobby, who's making an appearance in just a couple of moments, gifting 5 Your Mom's House memberships. Unbelievable stuff. Thank you, sir. I wanted to open, though, by playing today's opening clip because it really just struck me fancy. Here, hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up for ye. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, I'm doing it. Look at me. You think I'd have this up before, but I didn't. I'm not that smart.
I'll tell you
just
what
kind of
love.
smart.
I know what you want.
Well, no, this is a perfect introduction to it. Let's watch the opening clip and get on with the show. Happy birthday to you, Tommy. Here we go.
Here you go. Blow me up, Tom.
Fisting is such a gigantic part of my identity that I feel like a part of me is gone. I feel like there's a big vacancy left where fisting, I don't know what to do with myself during most of the days. I spent so much time playing with my ass and sitting on toys and just playing on cam and like just being a general pig with my butthole that trying to fill the days now is really kind of weird.
Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah.
I get it. I get that.
I mean, that struck me in a way that I can't even express to you folks. When I heard that one today, I had to pause and like almost go for a walk thinking about it. Now, am I fisting my asshole necessarily? Not really. I'm not. No, that's the thing. But here's the thing. You do a slight bit of ass play and it's almost like you can't go back again. Has anyone felt that? And even just a little bit, even if you're micro dosing ass play with your partner, it makes it difficult to go back. And now I will say this is, a telling sign of where the roach is at in his love life. I have not had that done by a woman who I was also entranced by. Does that make sense? It's usually just the scallywags and the snickerdoodles out there. You know what I'm saying? You picking up what I'm putting down? That I typically have had those experiences with. So I'm curious. I go to myself. I say, self, can you be with a woman who doesn't do that? Will you ever experience pleasure like that without that? And on the other end of the sword there, would I ever have someone I love do these terrible things to me? That's what this man opened up. I went for like a walk after I heard this because that's the portal he's opened, the stink portal, if you will. You open the stink portal too wide, your whole universe can get sucked into the stink portal. It's crazy. This man is now, his days are consumed with toys and fists and God knows whatever else. And he can't think about anything but filling his ass. I mean, God, what a prison that he must live in. Have you experienced this in the stink portal? No need for, what is this? No need for heart. Oh, you guys are talking about something else. Burlington Coat Factory. Are you guys talking about my junk again? I don't know what's going on. This is my favorite part about the stink portal. I'll go on a little rant and then I'll go, let's see what they're saying in the stink portal about it. And I'll look down and you guys are having your own fucking conversations. We're all theoretical physicists here in the portal, says Don't Trip. You guys are talking about the size of things that are going into the ass and whatnot. I mean, I'd imagine. But I just, I'm more thinking of it from an existential crisis level. This guy can't even go outside. He's one of those girls that you see. You don't see him, obviously, but there's so many more women than I've ever put my finger on the number. There's more than we think out there with butt plugs in public, like at the grocery store, at the 7-Eleven. Queers for Getting Stoned in Gaza. I have a question regarding fist pigs. Is the fist pig the one getting fisted or the fister? The fist pig is the fisted. I mean, I think that's self-explanatory. There's no stupid questions in the stink portal, Queers for Getting Stoned in Gaza, so I do welcome the question. If you're a fist pig, you are receiving the fist. The fister, we'd have to come up with a better, more accurate name for the fister. Someone who's obsessed with fisting, now that's something. If there's just someone out there like they know they've got the whole technique down, because this is fisting, by the way, right here. It's not this. If you're going in thinking it's this, you're going to be wrong, and you're going to put someone in the hospital. You got to go like this, all right? Sneak it on in there, and then before you know it, you're wearing her like a wristwatch. It's crazy. It's crazy. But yes, that makes sense. Thank you. No, I'm glad people are agreeing with me in the stink portal. I thought I'd open things up with that clip. It's been really sticking with me since I listened to it this morning. And that's the thing about many of the clips on Your Mom's House. I'm sure some have stuck out to you along the way. I'd love for you to send them in. Fisters have those ring tattoos around their arms. Interesting, Cory Sanchez. Interesting. When we have Cory Sanchez on, we'll have to find out and have him elaborate as to how he knows this. But why don't we, before we get to Cory Sanchez, we will get to fucking Bobby, because it does have to do a little bit with the news that we came across, or that has been bubbling all day long, at least on my cell phone and otherwise. Tony Johns may be in jail. Now, Cougar said prison to me, and I go, I don't think he's in prison. And then Cougar brought up, well, he's in a correctional facility, and I said, aha, If I know something about the New York State penal system, correctional facility is for low-level crimes. So at least we know that. The Erie County Correctional Facility, I actually interviewed DMX in that one time. He was arrested in Buffalo, New York for child support, back pay, or whatever the hell the case may be. And what happens in New York State when you get the child support situation, if you have back paid child support, your license gets suspended. So then, when the cops are pulling people over, like, beep, weep, up, this guy's license is suspended. That's why they arrest you on most occasions, because of the fact that it has to do with child support. And then he was put into the Erie County Correctional Facility. It makes me want to say it like Cable Guy every time, correctional facility. But anyhow, he was put into there due to his child support. And his lawyer happened to be a pal of mine, so I'm like, can I get an interview with him? He's like, you got 30 seconds. I got him to record like a station ID and say a couple of other things. And then I got out of there. I didn't really get to ask him any probing Peabody-worthy questions, unfortunately. My cousin is a prison guard in Auburn. I should ask him. Yeah, I mean, according to the documents here that I've seen, it is the Cayuga Correctional Facility. Okay, no, a cougar was sending me a message. I'm trying to pull up the message he sent me earlier, and fucking Bobby had the image as well, that he is in the Cayuga County Sheriff's Office, was the one who took him in there, the Cayuga County Correctional Facility. That's like when Jim Carrey says to him, he says correctional facility because of the fact it's a low-level crime to steal cable. And so that's why he's telling him you could spend up to 5 years in a correctional facility. Anyhow, so Tony John's evidently, the latest that I have heard, since does this have to do with the landlord Scott? No. Does it have to do with his recent eviction and court case pending with that? Maybe in a little bit of a way, but this evidently stems from him getting into a physical altercation with his stepfather, who we've met on the stream as well. Not on the stream, but on his Instagram sagas that go on. We've seen his stepfather, and his stepfather wants nothing to do with him. You could tell right out of the gate. He's just kind of like, here's the thing about step family. I guess I have a stepmother, but my parents divorced when I was an adult. So, I mean, I just call her my dad's wife. You know what I mean? I don't have a mother, stepmother. I think I don't know. Is that weird that I kind of draw the line with that sort of thing there? But, I could not imagine having a stepfather and him like hating my guts, but also being like, I'm begrudgingly helping this guy. Is he still with his mother? I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs of all of that. Steve Munson is here. I do that too, so Cougar's on my side. We got Steve Munson, baby. What's up, Steve Munson? Thanks for joining us here in the Stink Portal. Is she younger than you? She's close to age. I will say the age is not far off. I don't think she is younger than me. I'm certain she's not younger than me, but I think it is close. So, yeah, I mean, I say my dad's wife, and I hope that doesn't, like, sound disparaging. She's a lovely lady. But I was like, I'm not going to call this person my stepmom, unless I'm making an LOL about it. And I introduce her, I go, here's my stepmom. I don't think I'd ever fucking... I'm edging to a man's life. Now, Burlington Code Factory, that's an interesting thing there. I mean, I've been saying it for weeks, and I've been having struggles when it comes to Tony Johns and talking about him, and fucking Bobby when we have him on here in a second. I mean, I've expressed these things to him. I've seen fucking Bobby in my stream on my Twitch, and I've talked to him on here, obviously, with you folks, and he just has to make it this much for, you know what I mean? It's like, dude, we want him to just have fun and succeed and have a bit of joy and he's flying too close to the sun and it's burning his wings, Icarus style. I mean, he is like Icarus if Icarus, just lit the wings on fire before he went into the sky and got close to the sun. I mean, it's like, what are you doing? Just make it to the 18th for Christ's sake. And now up in the air questioning Who knows if he, I mean, we're hoping, we're going to find out. Maybe fucking Bobby has more details. Why don't we bring him on and we can, oh no, I thought I saw him here. Is he not? Oh, wait, hold on. I see him down here. It went down here. Aha. Yee. There he is.
Hey, Potter.
What's up, buddy?
What's up, buddy? Good to see you.
Fucking Bobby from the Sting Portal right onto your screen. See how easy that is? And you too might have that happen as well. I mean, you gotta be like fucking Bobby and be prolific in the Sting Portal. And also maybe just like have a retarded guy infiltrate your life there. I don't know.
that probably did help a little bit, yeah.
This from regular human girl who I'd venture to guess is not one. I think yesterday was a violating a restraining order. Interesting. Now, do you have any insight on that?
I don't. So me and Cougar talked a little bit in the little jail, the little post I did on my story was from Cougar, and I do think that's the most plausible. The last thing I said to Tony was, "Don't do that." It's the very last thing I said to him.
How many times have you said that to him over the course of the last few weeks?
Quite a bit. Or actually, the thing I probably say to him the most is, "Don't do that again." But "don't do that" pops up a lot. But he posted that story of getting his boxing gloves to go see his stepdad.
Okay, so Phil's, because not everybody is, and trust me, I try. I'm trying to live a life out here, though, also, you know? I'm trying to keep up as the pilot of Behind the Jeans. And, of course, Cougar, I know anything I miss, Cougar will tell me about because he is more or less his handler at this point. But you have been sort of like his handler, too, so you're all up on it. Now, tell us about this story. So there was a story where he had the boxing glove. He's been posting stories now. That's better.
Yeah, his stories they didn't add up last night. That's kind of where I started to get concerned. So last night, about 2 days ago, his stepdad was helping him pack up his stuff and move his stuff to his house to store it there in case he got it.
Right. Saw that. We talked about that a little bit. And his dad does not seem like he's a fan of Tony Jones.
And then the next day he's talking about going and fighting him and getting boxing gloves, and he doesn't want the gloves. He didn't sign the waiver, whatever. And so I'm like, Tony, you shouldn't do that. To me, it sounded like a setup, and it might have been, because then he told us the exact address he was going to. I won't say it on here, but you could find it. And he went there. He went to that address. We're assuming he went to that address, and I think before a fight even started, I think they got him on the restraining order. I do think that's the most plausible thing we got. And I don't.
And this is with the stepfather.
Yeah. Well, the restraining order is with his birth mom.
Okay.
So
interesting.
Yeah, and I don't know New York has some weird laws, which I found out recently with Cougar. They can't post what they got arrested for until they're found guilty of it, I guess, which is not a bad law. But I guess we won't find out until Tony is free and he can let us know.
Okay. Hold on one second. I'm trying to figure out what Cougar's pulling up here.
Well, there you go. There's the address.
All right, there you go, Cougar. You're on the screen. You can play it. Is there something to play?
Yeah.
Or do I play it? I don't fucking know. You put it up there. You play it. I can't do anything to it. All right. Well, I'm taking it off then.
Well, he's just showing you the address. That's the address.
Oh, who cares about that? I thought he was trying to play something.
If you read the address, Potter, it's pretty funny. The name of the street he grew up on.
Oh, I couldn't see it. What did it say? Can you tell it for us?
It's 25 Man Street.
Man Street.
A lot of people think they should rename it Ladies Man Street.
Just got down at Walmart. Pauly G, my stepdad, thinks it's real funny to threaten me. Says he's going to throw punch me. I said, perfect. I went and picked up a $30 pair of boxing gloves. He said he don't want to use gloves. Hear me out. He doesn't even want to meet me at 35 Market Street. He wants me to meet him at his address where I used to live and I used to pay rent at. This guy's a complete scum sucker. Pauly G, my stepdad. He even told me that he wants nothing to do with me. The only reason why he talks to me is because of my biological mom, Krista Smith. He called me out. Everybody. He doesn't even want to use gloves. I said, perfect, let's go, sucker. Straight up, you're going to threaten me? Say you're going to throw punch me? All right. I will be meeting him in the street, 25-man street in the road.
Oh
So-
my Lord. So then the like he's just admitting to go. I was like, I'm going to go at this time to this address and fight this guy. It's like a thing we were saying before. It's like, if you're going to do stuff, do it on the DL. Talk to us about it after the fact.
Yeah, he doesn't do that. He documents taking a bus to Harbor Freight to get a hammer, taking the bus to 35 Market Street. I'm out in front of Tony's apartment right now.
That's what.
And,
So I was going to say, Queers for Getting Stoned in Gaza noticed it. Said, "Is that 35 Market Street in the background there?" Sure is.
Yeah. So he likes to document his crimes, but he tells you guys he's a man of his word. He's going to tell you the truth, and this is who Tony is. Once he gets out, I know we'll get all the details. And
God, do you think he's just freaking out not having his phone to record everything?
that's the only thing he's probably upset about. But I think he's probably happy he's eating good. He's got a free place to stay, which kind of what he's used to. And he's probably not in bad shape. Did you see his mugshot? Dude, he's happy. The
mugshot, he's smiling. He knows that he deep down, I feel like someplace knows this content is going to go far for him for a while.
Well, he's a rapper. He's like a rapper that gets caught in a gang shooting and they get more famous.
Yeah.
That's Tony, dude.
Adding to the street cred.
Yeah, he's just got street cred.
I do fear, however, that it will affect things with the upcoming trip. Which is the whole reason we're kind of like trying to carry Tony Johns over the finish line here.
Yeah, we're what, 16 or 9 days away from a big trip.
Right. Less than that, right? Isn't it less? Today's the fucking 16th. Isn't it he's supposed to go in the end of the week here?
Yeah, he told me 25th, but who knows? He also says he lies to me sometimes because your mom's house tells him not to tell him anyone.
Oh, I see. Well, he was throwing different dates out there. They don't tell me either. So, nor has Alexis. I guess I could pry, but I haven't. Now, he did mention he spent $30 on boxing gloves. When he tells in his stories what he spent money on, does that make you recoil? Knowing that about a day earlier he was talking about how he has one bone to his name.
That is such a good question because I don't know, dude. An hour before that post, he asked if I could buy him some pizza, which in a side convo that Cougar's probably in, he probably saw where I was like, I guess I got to buy his pizza. And then like 20 minutes later, he bought boxing gloves. I'm like, okay, so did I buy your pizza or your boxing gloves?
Are you funding could they come after you for an accomplice? You got him the murder weapon.
The only good thing is if there is a documentary on his life, I should be in it. And, it'll be pretty cool when Netflix says that I funded the hammer. But also
the sledgehammer.
There's so many other people that help him out because you feel bad for him. And I've told other people this too. There is a difference between Tony on Instagram and Tony not in person, but on one-on-one, he's a lot different.
And you can confirm he's sober, correct? Like it's just mentally ill, do you think, or is there something else going on?
I can confirm that he says he's sober.
Right.
But I did want to
that's all we can do, the best of us. I mean, and you would think, here's the thing. This is the kind of the credit I give him in this regard. If he's not sober, I would suggest that he would show that more often. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't have any issue exposing quite literally everything. You would think there would be like slip-ups, and we would, other than just seeing signs on his face, that could just be mental illness. Do you know what I mean?
That's kind of my take on Tony too. He documents everything. Do you think we would we would have seen it?
Right.
But I understand why people think he is. But it could all. I don't want to say anything mean to Tony. I love Tony.
Of course.
But I don't. It is kind of wild that if he is sober, that he acts how he does. It is kind of wild because he does. We all know he's a lot like Fed Smoker right now.
Right.
But I will say this: I saw BCF, Burlington Coat Factory, said watching the guy on his way down. I personally don't think he's on his way down. I really think Tony's on his way up. And
that's what I hope too. I mean, and also we're all trying to pull him along to have this moment, to have this excursion in Las Vegas. and experience the high life. Everybody wants this for him, and you think something along the way will jog him. It's like, just stay the path, and it's like we're all his stepdad.
He posted, yeah, actually, exactly. He posted a picture holding a bunch of condoms the other day. Right, he posted it, and 10 seconds later, I said, Tony, you can't use those. You can't use those till after the 25th. Don't use those. And he said, yes, sir. And I screenshot it. And sent it to Cougar. I was like, I'm on it, boss. I got it covered. But it is like,
see, when I saw him using the condoms, I go, that's smart, Tony. That's good. I mean, I get what you're saying. You don't want him to risk any sort of permeation, if you will. But I said, hey, at least he's going in thinking about the fact that before his appointment, he shouldn't catch anything.
Damn it, Queers. That's so mean. But yeah,
it's true. What he says, it's true. He's not on the way down because there really isn't much left to go down. God, come on, Queers, for getting stoned in Gaza. You're better than that. Have more optimism. We can make it happen.
Queers is trying to be funny, but
isn't it shocking how much pizza he eats?
So this is something, actually, coincidentally enough, with Queers down there, we've talked about this, that the amount of pizza he eats, he's gaining no weight. He's perfectly fine. And it's more upsetting how much pizza and breadsticks he can eat, and he's just still this scrawny little asshole. And it's...
Yeah.
Dude, if I look at pizza,
I'm experiencing my metabolism just completely die. And people love telling me about how fat I'm getting. But I'm trying to figure it out. And I don't eat pizza. Like, I'm when I see his stories of the pizza feast he has, but then you think about all the he's walking all day, he's running around, he's getting in confrontations with various people. He's running hot. You know what I mean? That burns a lot of pizza.
And I think his drug is caffeine. He drinks a lot of caffeine.
That's another one. Yes, so maybe that's it. Yes.
That's what I think. I think caffeine, and he walks literally everywhere. I mean, he walked 20 blocks to get a bowling ball, and the lady wasn't home. He didn't make sure she was home before he stopped by, I guess. Did you guys catch on to that story?
Tell me it again here.
He posted a video that he wants to get back into bowling, and he needs a bowling ball. Right off the bat, I was confused. I was very confused because every bowling alley has bowling balls.
Well, anybody who bowls on a regular basis knows you got to get one drilled to your fingers.
Yeah, right. But he didn't care. He said 15 pounds, as long as it has 3 holes, I'm good. And then he walked out.
I think that's his criteria for a lot of things.
Coincidentally enough, the lady that was selling the bowling ball lived next door to the prison. Her front yard was the prison wall. So he's actually really close to that bowling ball again right now. So
when he can get it on the way out, maybe.
He can maybe
unbelievable.
Grab it before he comes home.
Before we get into your favorite Your Mom's House moment, as we do with people in the Sting Portal so often, tell us about, you talked about the Tony Johns off of Instagram, and you've had many dealings with him. Yeah. Talk about some of the conversations that you've had, or were they after pivotal moments? Have you gotten through to him in any way after some of the pivotal Instagram highlights that we've covered over the past few weeks?
You always think so, because you'll tell him, like, hey, you just need to keep clear head, stay down. And he's always like, absolutely, that's the new plan. I'm not going to do anything wrong. And then, 4 hours later, he's getting arrested at a bar. So it's really hard. It's really hard. But he is, and I know Cougar could probably vouch for it. He is a lot different one-on-one. He's not this, he's turned down, and he starts to get a little bit more honest. He'll be, he'll tell you, like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know where I'm going to live. I have nowhere to go. And he starts freaking out a little bit. So he does turn off that little camera side of him. That
interesting.
He does. And to watch him because he gets shit on pretty good on Instagram. Rightfully so. Makes sense. It kind of starts irritating me, though, because I'm like, you guys don't even, if you talk to him, you'd feel, I don't know. It's just crazy to just sit there and roast on people when you don't even know he's going through a lot. So
of course, yes. And he's showing us it all. And I always, cause I've just kind of put up I said, I deal with them. I deal with them in business terms. Now I go through Cougar. That's how cause I just, I've got family members that do enough of that to me. I don't want another one. It freaked me out. So I was like, I'll put up.
He's 24 hours a day, Josh. He's
right. And I just don't. Been down that path with girls or with family, and so I just don't want to get caught up in the loop. And so I said, Cougar, if we want to have him on, we can talk to him on. I'll talk to him on the air all the time. But I mean, so yeah, I mean, I forget even where my point was going with this. But oh no, I mean, you would hope that him being on Instagram and having sort of this bravado and everything like that, it's almost like, wow, he's more aware than we think, and he wouldn't let the comments get to him. And it doesn't seem like he does. It doesn't seem like comments don't really bother him. It's just life situations.
He turns hate into money, Josh.
Yeah, yeah, what does he say? That's the new saying. He's like, I turn hate into money.
Yeah, boy.
That's great.
Baby.
That's the best. That's actually the best we can sit here and we can pontificate and speculate on his mental wherewithal all we want, but at the end of the day, that is the healthiest opinion to have as somebody who needs to make money via social media. That's the way you have to go about it.
No, honestly,
it's actually crazy.
That's a good way for everyone to think. Anytime.
Exactly. That's my point. Like that is, I mean, being in the business that I am in, social media is, I get fucking pissed off at negative comments still. I mean, I wear my heart on my sleeve, and sometimes they bother me and I chime right back at them. Tony Johns is more healthy about the negative comments than I am, and many of my peers.
What I like is he likes the negative comments. If you look, he likes them.
That's great. I love that. So yeah, there is more awareness there when it comes to that kind of stuff. But you're saying you've had some heart-to-heart moments with him where he is like aware of the tough situation he's in.
This is not even related, but I was having a heart-to-heart with him, and for like probably 45 minutes one night, and he's like, "Man, Bobby, I really appreciate this conversation. Not a lot of people I could talk to, and hey, is there any way you could send me $1,000?"
Oh my God.
He's like, I got to get a computer. And I was like, hey, we're breaking up. I'll call you back tomorrow. But what's crazy about Tony is you think he's like, you think he's right there with you. And then he just jumps off the page, dude. You're like, where are you going with this?
Right.
Yeah, not related, but it's just, that thing just, it keeps, I know I messaged you about it that one day. I was like, it's just sticking in my head. This dude just asked for, I don't have $1,000 to give you, Tony. I got $20.
Right. Come on, dude. Yeah. I mean, it's like it's just it's unbelievable. I'm glad that he's at least found you and many others out there to sort of have a lifeline to, and Cougar as well. I know Cougar is talking to him constantly and everything like that. But I mean, hopefully we can get him to this moment and it opens something in his head, or at least gives him a little bit of a cushion as to how to get out of the cycle of, I mean, Auburn, New York. I want to go to Auburn, New York, and just talk to the people in the town. Are you doing that?
Don't you take my idea.
Go do it, please. Hey, trust me. Go do it. I'm not gonna go.
Me and Queers for Getting Stoned and Guys have been talking about this for a couple days, about going and just writing down every location that kicked them out. Talking to Scott. I want someone in Utah to go find Katie. Talk to Katie. So if you got anyone in Utah,
okay, I think you got to keep it Auburn, New York centric. Like you go around, you walk his walks, you talk to the. I think everybody in the town knows who he exactly. You go into all the stores, you go to bars. You guys know who Tony Johns is. The whole town knows who he is by this point. He's getting recognized.
They have a city Facebook page. They talk about him on it.
Perfect. I mean, like I said, you got to just go to this. It's like Bowling for Columbine or whatever that, remember that movie where he went to that town in Michigan with the water? Oh, yeah. Was that the same thing? I think I'm confusing documentaries. Go to Marshall, says Melissa.
I want to do it pretty bad. I can get to Tony's house in like 8 hours, so I can do it.
Damn. Hey, let us know, please. But aside from Tony Johns, you've been a member of the Sting Portal for quite some time, since the beginning, I want to say. You've been here since day one. And what got you into your mom's house in the first place, down back in the day?
I don't know. I think it was my God. I wish I had an answer for that. I think it was my cousin. So I've always been into comedy for a long time. I've moved to multiple different states for my work, and the one thing I do by myself is go to comedy shows. To this day, I still go by myself.
Hey, that's something that we encourage.
Yeah, I love it. It's and I always do so if someone's coming Thursday, Friday, Saturday shows, I always do the Thursday show because it's early. It's it's usually like a 7 o'clock.
Yeah, it's
Thursday.
usually the weirdest one.
It is weird, yeah. And then but I like to go alone, and I get the whole table to myself. I try to get the front row table by myself, and I really do enjoy it. It's alone time, but with strangers, and I like it. But I've always kind of been into comedy. But my cousin got me really into Tom Segura in forever ago, and he's like, "Do you watch this podcast?" And I didn't even at the time. I really didn't watch any podcasts. This is probably, I don't know, 2011, 2014, when he was talking about podcasts.
That's when many were in audio format only, not.
Yeah, I want to say 2000. When did I move to? I want to say 2014. That's when I moved to Georgia, and that's when me and my cousin would go and do go to some comedy shows. I went to a show with Tom to see Tom in Chicago, and I had a bucket of beer and I set it on the stage for like at the beginning, and all the openers went on. No one said anything. Tom came on and he's like, "What is this? Your living room?" And I was like, "What?" And he pointed at the bucket, and it stuck with me. Like, I mean, that was probably 11 years ago, and I can't get it out of my head. It was
Where was the show?
It was in Chicago at oh my god.
Oh no, so I wasn't there. I wasn't at that one. I never did the club in Chicago with him.
No.
I was wondering if I was there.
Yeah, no, you can. No, I've never seen you live.
Well, let's change it.
Hey, you saw my email. I emailed Helium for you. And by the way, this is a good segue. And technically, where I live should be one of your favorite cities.
I'm not putting two and two together. Why is that?
Well, I live in Indianapolis.
Oh, I love Indianapolis. I got a great blowjob there.
That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for.
Best blowjob in my life. Oh, Don't Trip. I wanted to put, speaking of the devil, Don't Trip says, the only way I get laid nowadays is sitting up front at shows by myself. How do you get, okay, I perform on shows all of the time. Do I get laid after some of them? Yes. What's that percentage? It's not extraordinarily high. He's talking about getting laid by sitting up front in the shows.
Well,
what the hell's going on?
He's probably going to see those, those comedians.
The comedians with all the chicks?
The comedians that are chicks.
Oh, well then you think he's fucking the comedians? I don't think that's true.
There's some big ones.
All right. Michael says, I also go to comedy shows solo. Saw Josh this past year in Boston. Well, thank you, Mikey.
Yeah, I'm so glad more people do it because I always get looked at like
a lot of people do it. And some people you always get emails, people saying, oh, I don't know. I should I go alone? I want to come see your show, but I don't have anyone to go with. It's like, I know Nikki Glazer has talked about it up and down. She's like, go alone. It's fine. It's like going to the movies. I never understood why people don't go to the movies alone.
And our only venue here in Indy now is since I moved here is Helium, and everyone there is great. I walk in and now it's like first name basis, But even before, everyone's so nice and it's great. I love going alone. It's the best. So
everybody's talking about how they haven't seen me do comedy. It's like, well, come please. I'm begging you.
I said,
come out.
I said,
no. I want to get back to that. I mean, we could talk off air about that, but I will get back to Indianapolis. Okay. But what is now? We have your pick here for favorite moment. I have not seen either yours or Cory's favorite moments. So I want to put.
Well, your favorite moment of mine is not going to seem as funny to other people as it did me.
Oh my God! It's my fucking apartment,
dude. The moment that this got me is not even where you think, though.
Let's see. I want everyone to remember the living room is spotless, by the way, when you come inside. Look at that. That's great, right? My living room's fine.
you look great, dude.
Well, I mean, this is also during the pandemic. This is 5 years ago. I was probably thinner, even though this is where it started. This is where, because I was drinking a lot. And have I weaned it down? Yes, but I was drinking so much during this time, like cases of beer to myself.
Yeah.
All right, I don't even know if I want to look at this.
Quarantine depression mixed with my general sensibilities.
I don't even know if this is a video. I don't know if this is a video.
Over here we have my bed.
It's actually not as bad as I remembered it. I remembered it being way worse. I don't know why.
thing that gets me is you have one pillow, dude. It kills me that you have one pillow.
Do you want to know what's funny now? I have no. There was an. Are you thinking of the other video where?
Yes.
Okay, so there was a time when my room was tidy. It was clean.
Yes, and your suitcase was your nightstand.
And my suitcase was my nightstand, and I showed how I have the TV on the bed.
And you had your weed next to a candle.
Yup.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that was my room was in its spick span, like best shape. That's when I was like having girls over. But yes, I had one pillow, and there are a couple of girls that there are a couple of women. Well, this is like because I'm cleaning it out, so I have the laundry. Notice there's no sheets on the bed. But the one you're talking about, the image that they showed one time, I had sheets, and I had the one pillow. And I remember there was girls that would sleep over, and they were like, "Well, what do you do when there's a girl?" And I go, "I just give her because that's what I would just give her the pillow."
The couch. You said you grab a pillow off the couch.
Yeah. I don't know why. I mean, when I moved to LA, I was borderline Tony Johns. I mean, I was like basically homeless.
I was gonna do a little segue into how you and Tony Johns were kind of similar at this time.
It's true. I mean, like I see his room now, and I go, been there. The fact that I have an entire apartment now this is when I still lived with two other people, by the way, who lived it's like a condo. They lived up. Their rooms were upstairs. I lived downstairs. I had my own bathroom, and it was fine. It was actually very nice for a roommate situation, but. Now that I have my own apartment, I can't believe I have like my own. But it's crazy to me still.
I mean, I only see your Twitch view, but it looks like a pretty decent place.
Yeah, it's pretty big. It's whatever, but I mean, like, and I keep it tidier than I did the fucking bedroom at this playing that they're showing right now. But it was the TV on the bed. I thought was actually a chief move. I actually thought that was.
That's insane. It's just insane.
The TV on the bed was actually awesome. Because it's a full bed. That's like, it looks like a twin bed or whatever. You can't really judge the scale, but that is a full bed. So I'm going back and forth. The TV there, I would take it off if a girl was there. I'd put it at the end of the bed and listen to music off of it. But I just didn't want to mount it. So I'm like, we'll just put it right here. It was perfect, dude.
Your 32-inch Vizio radio, dude. I like it.
Yeah, no, I think it was 30. I think that was like 40 inches actually, something. I'm not sure. This is the original Roach Motel there, Don't Trip, for sure.
The only way you would be more like Tony is if there's pee in that Miller Lite can on the bed.
No, I did not pee because thankfully the bathroom is right behind me. Do you know what I mean? Like in this scenario, like I could just roll out of bed and go take a piss in a toilet. But provided that wasn't the case, I don't know that I wouldn't have done that. But I would just throw the Miller Lite cans on the ground there. I mean,
Is that hot sauce? Is that hot sauce?
Oh yeah, it's hot sauce right there.
Nice.
Sure is. I mean, okay, I don't even want to look at this part, but that's like, I don't even know. That's like a pile of clothes, a box.
Underneath this pile, there's a suitcase. Oh, my social.
I don't want to go through it. This was my like filing cabinet of stuff here. That's my social security card in my hand. This is where I kept all my important things.
Good to know you used degree.
Yeah. Is that degree? I don't.
No, it's Old Spice. It's Old Spice. Old Spice.
Yep, still an Old Spice guy.
And Trident Gum.
Oh boy, that's so funny. Well, what other things did you notice before I take her off the screen here? Because I hate looking at it.
I didn't even want to bring this one up because I had a feeling you hated it.
No, I don't mind the thing that you were mentioning is from an earlier episode. It was actually kind of fun to look at. The suitcase. I mean, I moved to LA with two suitcases, and the suitcase as my nightstand was like. It was like that for a long time. And dude, I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. Christina did buy me a dresser, and I have the dresser and I use it. But also I was still like, it took me a while to stop using my suitcase as a dresser. Like I'm like a feral animal that is now just being broken in, you know what I mean? And I don't have like a woman influence in my life. So like, now I got stuff on the walls or whatever here and there, but I mean, you see on my Twitch stream, I don't have like regular curtains. So like
don't get me started on the curtains.
When I stream though, I have to block out the glare from the sun. So I put up some shitty curtains. People are like, "Do you need help with those curtains?"
I told you I'd send you a curtain rod. You said no, it's just temporary. I'm like, well,
yeah, it's just when I stream. I just put them up when I stream.
Yeah, but a curtain rod can do the same thing. You just.
I know that. See, I don't think like that. I don't think that way. Oh boy. Well, dude, I appreciate you joining us today and
Yeah, thanks
giving
for
us an
having
update about Tony Johns. I know we'll see you in the Stink Portal today, further along and going forward. But keep us up to date if you hear from Tony Johns when he gets out of the old correctional facility,
Yeah,
and just keep us abreast of everything. All right.
sounds good, brother. I appreciate it.
Love you, dude. Thank you so much for coming on the show. That was fucking Bobby, folks. Oh boy, oh boy. Let me just see here before we bring in our next guest. I just want to make sure I'm looking at my sheet here because next up we have. Oh, there it is, right there. This is what I was looking for. It's clip right here. Bobby, boom, boom. Oh boy, Josh. Oh boy, Josh. You know what happens because I'm blind. I have everything zoomed in, so I have to the font's all huge. I have to scroll around. It's pretty wild. But next up, we have another man who is from day one in the Stink Portal, folks. Oh my goodness. It's Cory Sanchez. What's up, buddy?
Hey, what's up, Josh?
What do you got in the background there? Let me see. Oh, that's the mugshot.
I got the mugshot.
There's the whole thing. It says Cayuga County Correctional Facility right there. It says, yeah, there it is right there. And then right over your other shoulder there is a beautiful mugshot of Tony Johns. Don't do it, it's bad. Got to tell him that more often. So, Cory, you've been following all the Tony John stuff here with us, obviously. I see you in the Stink Portal week after week. You're an OG, a day one behind the jeans guy. What do you make of all of this, and have you had any contact with Tony Johns?
I've not had contact, but through the Discord with Bobby, we got to listen to a call the other day, and yeah, he's pretty off when he's not on hand, you know?
Yeah, that's another thing I wanted to mention. I forgot to mention that. And you are in it, I do believe, but the Discord Behind the Fence is live. Go check it out if you're in the Stink Portal. If you're outside of it, I'm not sure what it takes to join other than the link that's in the description below can take you there. Behind the Fence, they're calling it because of the old Fed smoker. And now Tony Johns hasn't really approached many fences, but boy, oh boy, now he's behind one, unfortunately, in the yard. So, Cory, now what got you into your mom's house back in the day before the Stink Portal, before you were here with us?
Back in the day, I was introduced to it by an old coworker, my buddy Brian. It's probably 2015. Started audio first, and then once there's too many clips when you're listening to it that you just, they describe it, but you just got to see it. And then once I started watching it, you just kind of can't go back.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I'm not sure exactly. I think we did try to pinpoint it here on the show at one point, which episode was the first YouTube one or what number it was. But yeah, I'd say around 2014, 2015 is probably when it started shifting over there, maybe even 1 year later after that. But yeah, it went from audio to video. And it's so crazy to think that we used to listen to it all when there's so much wonderful visuals that we get now,
I mean, they do describe things pretty clearly, at least.
That is a good point. Yeah, I mean, it's just because that's when I first started listening. I remember when I was in Buffalo and I had just met Tom and I was starting to and he's like, oh, I got my podcast and everything like that. And people would say, oh, he mentioned you on the podcast. And that's what made me start, checking it. And then there obviously was very funny things, but I was like, this, doing radio, I thought, boy, oh boy, this is hilarious, but I wouldn't, now that it's like a fucking TV show with YouTube and everything else, crazy. Hey, Sadie, is this Sadie? Sadie says the link is expired for the Discord. We'll have Cougar get right on that for you, so don't worry. We'll get it up there. We'll make it happen for you. I have no idea how Discord works, I'm not going to lie, but Cougar does, and he will fix it for you. So you were saying that was like your friend got you onto it, or you were listening and then it shifted to video. What was the first thing that got you hooked?
I mean, just anything fucked up, really. That's why seeing the video, the horrible, hilarious, the sounds.
Yes,
you gotta see it.
Yes, the sounds of the horrible, hilarious. That has something too with the audio. Where you go boy, oh boy, the sounds just do enough. They paint your own picture. Lets your imagination run wild with things. Oh my Lord, Chi Diddy. I forgot to mention this. Chai Diddy. Welcome to the Stink Portal. I hope you are more nice than the actual Diddy. The Chai Diddy a little bit nicer. But so you shared a moment with us here, and I didn't watch it yet, but I have it pulled up.
Moment got chosen. I was working and kind of quickly responded.
Oh, that's okay. Well, let's see what we got here. Oh boy, this looks like me.
It should be something. Yeah. Here we go. Okay.
Talking to.
Those are just my favorite about the jeans moment.
That's cool. See, now that's neat. You know, obviously you could just have given your favorite your mom's house moment, but now it's like Inception. We're going behind the Gene style. Your favorite moment from while watching in the Stink Portal. Do you want now? May I ask you this because you're here with us, and I'm trying to get an idea of everyone's lives out there in the world. We do this at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. Are you at work whilst watching, or are you at home by that point?
I have no. I'm at home now, but I have like hopped in, like gone to the bathroom and hopped in the chat and just shouted out
while at work.
While at work, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, we should see. I mean, we've been always bouncing the idea around like how many people are at work and wish they could be in the thing. Should we make it later? Should we make it a different time? You know. So just something curious I wanted to ask while we had you here. But let's watch this. Your favorite behind the jeans moment. It's the Double Soul Shaman, who's got a very, very shiny, contoured face, and then me, who is looking weathered. I definitely rolled out of bed this day.
Breath of Fire. Will you explain Breath of Fire for us?
So I used to be addicted to Coke and alcohol, and this is the cocaine of yoga. This is from a lineage that I studied called Kundalini Yoga. And what you do is you actually squeeze your anus slightly, close your piss slit slightly, and close your PC, your pubococcygeal muscle, like the muscle you would use to stop the flow of piss.
Yes.
We call that the 3 gates of your sex palace. You want to sit nice and tall.
This guy's just, even going back to this, I lived it, but he's just so great with words. Your sex palace. The 3 entries to your sex palace. Your piss slit.
Is just all over behind the jeans. It's everything.
Yeah, this is, and the way he got me hooked. Exactly. The Double Soul Shaman is a poet. We've lifted many of his verbiage, as you know, but the piss slit is. God, I can't write. I wish I could write like that. Oh my Lord! But he did mention. He said it's like yoga cocaine, and that made my ears perk. That's for sure.
You can do it with me if you want. You want to keep your ears over your shoulders. I will just keep it really simple. There's certain mudras you can do, but let's just focus on the breath.
Here we go. I'm going to do it.
Let your sack drop. Let your balls.
What's that? Oh, shit.
Don't waste another.
I pushed the wrong button. Sorry about that.
To know about Breath of...
Hold on. I'll get it back.
We performed the Breath of Fire.
Yeah, I felt something. I don't know what exactly it was, but I felt it. And he had me doing it, and I was... Can I remember? I don't know. My sack's got to drop. I'm in a different chair now. Let me see if should we do it together? We have to close our assholes, our piss slits. Oh, I put the wrong screen up. Hold on, this one. So we got a piss slit, our bee holes. I forget what he called our. What's the other one? Our mouth. Just trying to think of all the holes we got to close.
Yeah.
So and then we just. I forget how to do it. We got to watch it again.
Yeah, we got to watch it again.
Watch and learn. We'll do it with him.
You can do it with me if you want. You want to keep your ears over your shoulders. Mm-hmm. I will just keep it really simple. There's certain mudras you can do, but let's just focus on the breath. So let your sack drop. Let your balls hang over the edge of your chair.
Oh, that was
if you're a man watching this.
Yes, let's do it again.
If you're
balls, yes.
Female watching this, feel your ovaries. And just enjoy the sensation of tapping into your balls and your ovaries. When you focus, Josh, on your balls, can you feel anything?
Oh, I often focus on my balls and I can make them move. I can do lots of stuff.
Nice.
I love it.
Nice. That's awesome. So enjoy the sensation of being connected.
What's that?
My balls are moving. It's working.
Right? People can move their balls, right? I'm not out of my mind. Yeah. I've never had that conversation with another man, but you can make your balls move. It's like, when the muscle men make their pecs jump? I can do that with my balls, I feel like. Both of them. Is that crazy?
You got a strong pelvic floor. I don't know.
You're the only other person here. I'm like, is that crazy, Cory? You're like, I don't want to be the one to tell him. But yes, no, he's got my balls hanging off the chair here. Now with the breathing is when it
to
really
your gonads.
And I wondered, at the time I go, how long is this going to last? I mean, we're going to spend 20 minutes here breathing. I wondered.
Yes. Let the anus be athletically engaged. Let your piss slit be closed. Now, obviously, there's no muscles in your piss slit, so it's just an energetic closing using your mind. Now, also close the PC a bit so you feel a nice container. You're not going to leak out this energy that you're going to summon with the breath of fire. I want you to draw your consciousness down into your anus, sex organ, navel point. Your piss slit's closed. PC is closed. Anus closed. But balls are fucking relaxed and hanging like a fucking alpha lion. Okay? This is what we want.
Yes, they're hanging.
Yes.
More gym shorts, too. That's great.
Alpha lions actually will literally sniff each other's balls and sniff each other's cockheads, just like I, do in my rituals with my bros. And I actually just posted wild footage of 2 male lions sniffing each other's dicks on my Instagram at Not Will Butterfield. So you can check it out.
God, I miss the double soul shaman, dude. It's a nice palate cleanser from some of the the muck and mire that we get stuck in with Tony Johns on occasion. I mean, this man is just a genius poet at the end of the day. Sniffing my bros' sacks and shit. Oh my God.
Yeah, so you can actually see that it actually does happen in the animal kingdom as well. So the balls are dropped. Everything else is closed. The core is slightly engaged. Smile into your sex palace like the sun beaming down on water. We're going to start to pump our bellies in and out. So with every exhale, I want your navel point to just go in a bit. So it's like you're stoking a fire.
Okay.
With every inhale, the belly naturally inflates. It's kind of like a...
What's that?
There's too many things going on at once. I'm trying to close my stink portal, my piss slit, and now I got to breathe. And
it's a lot, but it's all about becoming centered, as we learned with the double soul shaman.
No.
Were you at work watching this part of the of the show?
No. Fortunately, I was home for most of them. I think I've only missed 4, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have even have thought it was that many, but I was curious how many people in the Stink Portal were actually doing this along with us. I mean, that would have been cool to get a whole, almost like Dark Knight Rises or whatever, like the fucking, when he's got the bat, him and they're sitting there with all the screens. He's got the sonar thing going on to find out we should have had that, a whole panel of people in the Stink Portal fucking doing the breath of fire situation. At least he didn't make me drink my own piss. That was nice. I'll do anything for content, but that one would have been tough for your boy over here to summon piss and then drink it. Boy, oh boy. Maybe for a Robert Paul Champagne experience or something. I'm still working on getting Robert Paul Champagne and Tony Johns together here. I mean, obviously, we have to get Tony Johns out of the correctional facility, and we have to show RPC how the internet works sometimes. But I think I'm going to make it happen in the next few weeks here, probably after his little trip to Las Vegas.
RPC would be into Tony Johns.
I mean, you're right. He is
he likes
the opposite of what he likes.
Well,
yeah.
Not twinks.
Exactly. He doesn't like small white men. No, it's big, black, buff. So, I mean, but maybe he's open-minded because sometimes he is a kind soul. So, I mean, putting the two of them together, and it doesn't mean they have to have sex with each other, but it would be interesting to see if they hit it off. Because Robert Paul Champagne, of course, has a lease and a key. Tony Johns needs. These are things Tony Johns needs. Lease, key, place to stay.
Fast, the others all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, and one is gay for pay. I mean, that's gay for pay. Let's go. It's a little too easy. But you're right. There is the factor of attraction. Big, strong, black, brown men. That's not Tony John. He does. Hey, maybe we can get him
from jail.
Into that. Shit. He is from jail. Men from jail. That does chalk it up. And also, we get him enough of a spray tan. We can fool him. Exactly. So we're going to work on it. A hole's a hole. That's right, baby. A hole's a hole, says Michael Tweedy. And that's what Tony Johns has indicated to us. I think that Tony Johns would be less needing convincing as opposed to Robert Paul. I think Robert Paul Champagne is the one we have to convince. But again, we give him the spray tan enough. Maybe we can fool him a little bit. You know, not that I'm trying to fool our sweet RPC.
He is doing the he's getting fucked, or that he's fucking another man. Have we figured that out?
Black guys who like to fucking fuck good. I think he's getting fucked.
Oh no, I'm talking about Tony.
I think Tony would have to do the fucking to RPC.
Right. Okay.
That's what I'm guessing. But again, we don't know. That's why we got to have them both here.
Yeah, maybe that just will work out perfectly for them. Who knows?
Awesome. I hope so. That's my dream and hope, of course. Well, Cory, I love that you've been in the Stink Portal since day one. Is there anything else you want to discuss or share for us of the YMH lore? Anything and anything and everything? Please let us know before we wrap up.
No, I think that's good. Great talking to you.
Love talking to you, pal, and hopefully we'll talk to you guys soon. I can't wait to have more folk from the Stink Portal here on the program. Thank you to Cory Sanchez. Look for him. That's the same name, Cory Sanchez, in the Stink Portal, so you'll know him when you see him. And of course, thank you to fucking Bobby. And yeah, we're gonna wrap things up there, folks. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you join us in the Stink Portal and on the air. If there's ever a time you'd like to come on and discuss your favorite moments, submit something. Send an email to Cougar at behindthejeansshow@gmail.com, and we will get you on the air, my friends. I'd love to see you. And for everyone who wants to see me do stand-up comedy, thejoshpotter.com. Only got one date for sale at the moment, but we will be putting more up there, and join the mailing list on my website. And the only time I'll mail you is when I'm coming, so you'll know for next time. So I appreciate your wanting to come see me. I'd very much if you love it if you did, and hopefully I'll be coming to your neck of the woods very soon. But behindthejeansshow@gmail.com, that's where you can get in touch with us outside of the hours that we are on the air. Of course, we're here every Wednesday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, here on Behind the Jeans. Thank you to fucking Bobby. Thank you to Cory Sanchez. Thank you to Cougar. Thank you to everyone back at YMH HQ. And we'll keep you abreast of what's going on with Tony Johns next week. Clips from your favorite shows and moments. All here on Behind the Jeans. Goodbye.
This is big time!
Who is Randy? Don't bring anyone's mother into this.
Your mama in the fucking stands!
Welcome to your mom's house with Tom Segura. And
Christina Pashitsky.
welcome to your mom's house.